peaceful evening settled over Peppa Pig's house as the family prepared for bedtime. Peppa and George brushed their teeth while Mummy and Daddy Pig tucked them into their cozy beds. The house felt warm and safe, but something sinister was already watching from the darkness outside. As Peppa lay in her bed, she heard a strange scratching sound coming from outside her window. The noise was sharp and metallic, like claws scraping against glass. She sat up in bed, listening carefully, but the sound stopped, leaving only an eerie silence that felt wrong. The scratching returned, louder and more persistent this time. Peppa could see a dark shadow moving outside her window, growing larger and more menacing. The curtains blocked her view, but she could feel evil eyes watching her through the fabric. Peppa crept quietly to the window and slowly pulled back the curtain. Outside, she saw a horrifying creature with glowing red eyes and long, razor-sharp claws. The monster's face was twisted and grotesque, with a mouth full of jagged teeth that gleamed hungrily in the moonlight. The creature pressed its face against the window, leaving foggy breath marks that spelled out Peppa's name. Its burning eyes locked onto hers, and it began tapping on the window with its claws, creating a hypnotic rhythm that made Peppa feel drowsy and helpless. Peppa tried to run to her parents' room, but her legs felt heavy and slow. When she finally reached them, they were fast asleep and wouldn't wake up no matter how hard she shook them. The monster's influence was spreading through the house like a poison. Returning to her room, Peppa found that the window was now wide open, and the monster was already inside. Cold air filled the room as frost began forming on the walls. The creature's presence brought with it an aura of pure despair and hopelessness. The monster explained that it had been waiting centuries for a child pure enough to serve as a vessel. Peppa's innocence and joy made her the perfect host for its dark spirit. It reached out with its claws and touched her forehead, beginning the transformation. Peppa felt her memories of happiness and laughter being drained away, replaced by darkness and hunger. Her eyes began to glow red like the monster's, and her fingernails grew into sharp claws. She was becoming one of them, losing herself completely. The creature revealed that this was how it spread, by corrupting innocent children and turning them into monsters. Soon, Peppa would help it claim George, then her parents, then all the children in the village, creating an army of darkness. By morning, the transformation was complete. Peppa was no longer herself, but a hollow shell filled with evil. The monster had won, and now two creatures lurked in the shadows, waiting for the next innocent family to move into the neighborhood. The cycle of corruption would continue forever, with no hope of escape or salvation.